Deal? Deal. So, how'd your talk go? Very well, thank you. See, he's not...
Hey, cool pussy.
Listening to you? Not listening to me at all. Stuffy, I don't think he can understand you. I'll say it slower. Please stop following me. No, I don't think he understands.
Hey, wheelchair man.
Because he doesn't know how to talk. He's a toy pet. Here, little guy, come on.
It's not showing me who's coming in.
He's a toy pet. Well, that explains a lot. Except the fact that he won't leave me alone. It doesn't explain that. Looks like we won't be able to ask him who his owner is. So, what do? You guys ask the choice, and I'll talk to the kids.
Hey, Kevin.
I can't find anyone who knows who he belongs to. According to me, he's
Hey, Kevin. You know, I never asked, but if you can just like hit the like button like a few times and share, because I have some things I really want to talk about. Some things are on my heart that I really want to discuss, and I don't want to say the root. The root of the problem is YouNow, but the root of the problem starts with social media influencers, and some examples that a lot of us are setting that are leading to a lot of, I guess what's now being called is social side, or bully side, or something like that, or whatever it's called. Bully side, I think is what it's called. Where not even teenagers, babies, 9 and 10 years old, are taking their lives because they're being bullied. And it needs to, we need to have somebody that's not afraid of the messy Saturdays, not afraid of Zoe, not afraid of who's gonna call who out on here, to stand up. Hi, Munir. Is it Munir, or is that how it's pronounced? You're from Morocco? In the last 30 minutes that I have logged into Facebook, there have been not one, but 2 news stories. A 10-year-old little girl and a 13-year-old girl both have now taken their lives due to bullying, due to schools not helping, teachers, nobody stepping in and helping them. And in this day and age, with our youth looking up, Loki, you can't leave her alone. Sorry, one of my kiddos. With our youth looking up to social media influencers, YouTubers, musers. Thank you for following me on Twitter. Periscope, Twitter, YouNowers. I mean, anything that you can think of. We have to start here, guys. We have to start here, showing our youth that spilling tea is not what needs to be happening. Just because it's going to get us some views, spilling that tea is going to put, $5 into somebody's pocket? But how much tea can somebody take? When do we know somebody's breaking point? Everybody says, oh, we're all adults, it's fun and games. Or Well, they're putting themselves in these, hey, Kanisha, they're putting themselves in these positions. They know what's going to happen. Everybody's human. Thank you for inviting your fans, Kanisha. Everybody's human. Everybody screws up. Everybody makes mistakes. But is it right for us to get views by spilling tea? Is it right for us to sit with hundreds of people in our broadcasts just trashing and making fun of somebody's efforts to go out on their own in their own music career, or what they tweeted? What gives us that right? The minimum age of 13, what a lot of people don't understand about that, that's actually a federal law. That's a federal law that is actually instated to help protect kids. There had to be an age. Loki, leave her alone. You're being a pain in the butt. There had to be an age for the government, obviously, to step in, and they just kind of drew, I think, out of a hat, and they figured 13 was an age that kids know right from wrong at 13. Adults know right from wrong. We know it's wrong to bully. We know it's wrong to sit here and bash somebody because, wow, they got drunk and they slept with their best friends or with their boyfriend's best friend. Is that any of our business, guys? Come on. Wow, you got that tea dropped to you in a message. What if that tea that you spilt pushed that girl or that guy over the edge? And you woke up the next day to seeing that because of what you shared, they took their life. Hey, Benji. You gonna come back the next Monday, the next Saturday, and spill tea on somebody else? When is enough? Enough. If you can't, no, not everybody is able to handle it at 13. And a lot of our youth, unfortunately, a lot of our youth have friends as parents instead of parents that know how to parent. And it's okay to be friends with your kids and build that bond, but you also have to know that line. You have to know when it's okay to joke and be fun and be that fun parent, and when to actually parent, put your foot down. You have to also talk to your kids. You have to monitor the social media. I picked up Tristan's phone the other night. My kids know if I pick up their phones, I'm going to look through it. They're not 18. They don't have the right to privacy. And even at 18, if you're living under my roof, it's still going to be my rules. I picked up his phone and he had downloaded Skype. Not allowed by my kids in my house. I don't allow Skype. They have FaceTime on their phones, and that's all they need. Why do you need Skype? Kick, absolutely not allowed by my kids in my house. And then he had these other two apps, Hala and Yellow. I didn't ask him. Didn't ask him what it was. Didn't look through it. I did a Google search really quick to see what Yellow was and what Hala was, seeing that they were like they randomly add like local or like people that match with you as far as like for friends and stuff. Doesn't matter. First of all, I have a rule in my house that you don't add any type of social media apps without permission from an adult first. Loki. That's first rule. And my second rule is, well, I have very strict rules on what social media apps that they can use. pretty much Snapchat, which I hate, but I kind of deal with Snapchat. But Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. That's about all they need. I didn't ask him. I just deleted the apps. And I told him, I said, hey, I deleted them. Yeah. And if you do see any that are younger than 13 and you suspect that they're lying, please, please, please report those accounts. Don't be like, oh, it's going to be somebody else's job. No, please report those accounts. My son, he reports every single one. He guested a girl the other day and he was like, Mom, come here. He's like, I don't think she's 13. And, oh my gosh, thank you for the 50 likes. He's like, I don't think she's 13, Mom. And I looked and I was like, no. I said, she really doesn't like. He goes, I'm going to have to drop you. And so he dropped her. And then she finally admitted she was only 12. And he told her, he was like, please get off of YouNow. I'm going to have to report you. You can't be here until you're 13. And, a lot of kids are like, well, there's not a difference between 12 and 13. No, I know some 10-year-olds that are more mature than a lot of 15-year-olds. But rules are rules. And, it's not just a YouNow rule. It is a federal rule. But anyway, I'm not, I'm not on here to bash, Shade Saturdays or Messy Monday or anything like that. I've sat and watched it. I'm just as bad for going in there and watching. Because everybody that goes in there and watches, whether you're contributing to the tea, whether you're saying something yourself, what you're not doing is you're not standing up and saying something for those people. And that's just as wrong. Because the suicide rates are at an all-time high, guys.
I just need you to hold him and keep him calm.
And
you're gonna have to keep calm yourself. The more upset you are, the more upset he'll be. And don't forget the healing power of a cuddle.
It used to be that, teenagers, every now and then you'd hear of a teenager taking their life. But when I was in high school, I'm trying to remember. To be honest, I don't. Look, I don't remember my entire school losing anyone to suicide. We lost 2 girls to cancer. Hey, Vinny. We lost a few to gang violence. But when I was in school many moons ago, because I am old. No, I'm not that old, guys. I am older, but things have just changed so much in the last 20 years with school. Our kids are experiencing too many losses, and they're unnecessary losses. Hey, Sophia. They're unnecessary. And as social media influencers, people that these teenagers come and look up to, people where these teenagers come in and they're just like, oh my gosh, I'd give anything to meet you. I'm good. How are you? It can start there. Instead of trying to put a buck in your pocket by spilling tea on what happened at Nick's house last weekend, or, what Rudan tweeted, or, show these kids that I'm old, Vinny. No, I'm 37. I'll be 38 in February. This is unnecessary, guys.
Why don't you take a minute to say goodbye? Okay, that'd probably be good for the little guy. I never would have thought it. You really made me happy.
You know, a month ago, we lost a very beautiful person on here. Hey, Jack. And it wasn't that, there wasn't tea being spilled on here necessarily, but she was obviously going through things that the rest of us didn't realize. And I thought that would be a wake-up call to some of the other people on here that do participate in forms of bullying. That they would wake up and say, my fans are going to like me for me. I don't have to get on here and talk mad shit and bully others and step on others to make my way on here. And for a couple days, everything calmed down. But it's just right back to where it was. You would think that seeing on the news daily, kids taking their lives. Huh? Can you go get the milk? Oh, give me your cup and go get me the milk. At my high school, we had one guy die, but I never found out why exactly because I wasn't that close to him. But the worst we got was a few pregnant. Right, exactly. And that's the thing is, I think even when I was in high school, there was when I was in 8th grade, I went to a high school that was 8th through 12, and a senior was pregnant when I was in 8th grade. I want to say my entire high school, I maybe know of 3 girls that had babies. And I'm from Kansas City, guys. I'm from a big city, so it isn't like I was from a small town. Oh man, Bella, you brought me one that wasn't open yet. That's okay. Hang on. I'm gonna give you this back. Go put it back in the fridge, okay? Hang on. Loki. Sorry, guys. Dog's trying to get the milk while I'm I need 4 more hands. Us moms, we might have eyes in the back of our head, but sometimes we need multiple hands. It's happening everywhere. It is, Jack. It's happening everywhere. It's happening worldwide. But like I'm saying, because our youth rely so much now on social media. They sit and watch YouTube for hours. They sit and watch Twitch and YouTube and YouNow and Musicallys. The little 10-year-old that took her life was because the video of her being bullied went viral on Musically, guys. And she couldn't handle it. And she took her life. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I got a pit bull. It's being stubborn. Oh. It's time to use these apps for positivity, not bullying. Why, or I should say when did it become okay? I mean, yeah, let me rephrase that because, yes, for hundreds of years to get to the top, it's always been a ladder climb. And people have always stepped on people. But over the years, it's gotten nastier. And when did it become okay to play on somebody's weakness or, not make sure our front porch is swept off before we go and drudge up somebody else's stuff? Because I'm going to tell you, some of the stuff that goes on here and the bullying that goes on and the stuff that gets brought up and the tea that gets spilt, I bet you anything, I could find some of that same tea on the people spilling it. Oh, Jack, I have 7 kids. I have them all the way from age 4 all the way up to 19. So, it's when it's becoming a daily, a weekly, a monthly, even a yearly problem that we're having teenagers take their lives, not because they're depressed over a family issue, not because they were abused to the point they can't handle it anymore, not because of a mental issue, but because of being bullied. That's my issue. I mean, suicide in general is a problem, but to take their lives because of hate and being bullied. There are some big broadcasters on here that want you to be loyal and only watch them, and will send out spies to make sure you're not watching them. Absolutely, Kevin, and that needs to stop. There is a major triangle of broadcasters on here that don't get along. And that's fine. That's fine, guys. It is okay to not like somebody. It is okay to say, hey, we tried. We don't get along. I despise this person. But the blatant hate, the blatant making supporters feel like they have to choose, bashing supporters, or, because they choose to support both parties, that needs to stop. That's as bad as divorced parents making a child choose. It's got to stop. There are some broadcasters that I am more than happy to go in and support and, share the broadcast. But I'm going to tell you, I also support their rivals and their, nemesis is on here too. I'm Switzerland. I don't choose. And I'm not going to choose. I don't have to. I'm an adult. I'm one of the oldest on here, and I'm not going to choose. I'm not going to be told by somebody, 5, 10, 20 years younger than me. Some of them 25 years younger than me. That I have to choose, or that I can't go in and be seen. Loki! Sorry, he's trying to chew up the blinds. I'm just not going to have it. And I haven't broadcasted for a while because I got tired of the drama on here. I got tired of seeing everybody play into, well, it started off with Messy Monday and now it's gone into the Shade Saturdays and all that. I got tired of it. I got tired of seeing this platform turn into drama. And so I stopped broadcasting. I stopped coming on here. I stopped supporting people. But what I've realized over the past, no, leave him alone. He's fine. That's his. No, I don't know. Just let him lay down, please. I don't want him wound up. What I have realized, and it's sad, but sometimes it takes certain things to wake us up. And for me, us losing sorry, my daughter just threw up at me. For me, losing Hannah is what woke me up. That if I get 2 people in here, 5 people in here, 10 people in here, 1,000, it doesn't matter. I've never had 1,000, never will. But anyway, it doesn't matter because there could be that one person that needs to talk. That one person that just needs somebody. I wasn't there when Hannah needed me. But I will be there for when anybody else does. But I also am going to take a stance from now on too. And I don't give a damn if this gets back to Shade Saturdays. I don't give a damn if it gets back to Zoe. Because as Zoe told people yesterday, they have a problem, they can come in and address it and hit to him. Loki, what do you have? Loki, what do you have? Hang on a second, guys. Oh, whatever that was. He's chewing it up. I don't know what that is. If he has an issue, he can come talk it out with me. I have no problem calling anybody out. I called a few people out on Twitter a couple weeks ago.
Mommy, this is my pony.
Because ultimately,
Stupid dog.
They are nothing to me. They are people.
This is my pony.
Okay, well, don't be leaving it around, Loki. Put it on that side so he can't get to it. Yeah. They are people. They don't define me. They don't define who I am on here or in my life. And honestly, what's the most they could do? What's the most they can do? I already have a news article falsely written about me and out on the internet, and accusing me of things that isn't true. And it's a tabloid type magazine and things like that. So what's the worst that people on here could do? Because I'm taking a stance that enough's enough.
So far, so good. It seems like everyone's slowing down. I better give them some encouragement. Hey, everyone. I know you're tired.
I've been on that side of having to try to explain and defend myself. And I spent many months trying to explain and defend myself. And people would send me screenshots of the news article or links to the news article or screenshots of chat rooms on Facebook. And, I'd get all pissed off and I'd go in there and I would sit there and I would try to defend myself and spend hours and just, but I had to realize that it didn't matter. But sadly, a lot of these teenagers and young children aren't mature enough to handle it. Even people in their mid to early 20s can't handle this. And who are we to know when their breaking point is? How do we know? How do we know that we don't push somebody over the edge by sharing that one text message that they didn't want anybody to see? That they just lost all trust in the person that they had sent that to. How do we know? Who are we to destroy relationships and point out to the person that they're friends? Hey, Chris. I mean, who are we really? It's not our place, guys. I'm just fed up, Christopher. I'm fed up with Zoe's Messy Mondays. I'm fed up with Shade Saturdays. I'm fed up. Enough's enough. We have kids committing suicide over this. I don't know if it's going to let me with my phone, but we'll try. I don't know. The marker's right there. I can lose it. I don't know. Hang on. Let me see if it's going to let me with my... Let's see if it's going to let me. Is it working, Chris? Can't hear you. Is it just me that can't hear him? Or can anybody hear him? Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Here. A, B, C, D. Huh?
Markers are lost. I can't find them. I can't find a marker.
I don't know where they're at. Hang on. Let me drop. Maybe, is it? I don't have headphones. I gave them to my husband's cousin's daughter, and then she broke them, and then she took my daughter's headphones. I have no headphones. Whoa. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear me.
I can hear me. Mommy, the dog did my
Aww. The dog killed the horse. Rip horse. We'll have to bury it.
It's not going back on.
Ew. Yeah. The dog decided to kill the horse. We're going to have a pony burial service now. Anyway, Chris, basically, I'm just fed up. I'm fed up. You know, as social media influencers, it's time to take a stance. And when we lost Hannah, I really thought that everybody on here would start changing. And they did for those few days. But it's right back to bullshit. And unfortunately, you know, before I came on and broadcasted, I had just got off of Facebook, and there was 2 news articles shared. A 10-year-old little girl has taken her life because of being bullied on Musical.ly, and a 13-year-old girl from Southern California just took her life from being bullied. It has to stop. You know, and like I said, any of us that have gone into Messy Monday or Shade Saturday's broadcasts, we're just as guilty. We are just as guilty by going in there and just sitting and listening and not saying anything and not taking a stance. They're not going to, because they're going to get pissed off and then try to retaliate because we're talking bad about them, supposedly. And I don't give a flying... I don't care right now. I don't care. As a mom, I have to take a stance. I have a child who is now in 9th grade that has been bullied since 6th grade. He has attempted suicide twice. He tried to jump off of a balcony at his middle school, and then just this past September. It was right after school started. It was like the 3rd football game. He was bullied by his football team. And all they did, and this is exactly what... What? Oh, hang on a second. The dog is getting into her toy box, literally. I'll be right back. Hey!
What is it?
What? What?
Is that the lake?
Okay, you know why this is happening? Because you're not putting yourself in these drawers and closing them all the way.
Oh, that's my doll's house.
Okay, Loki, come on. Come on, Loki. Come. You're not in trouble, Loki, but come on. She wants to play with some little toys, and you... No, don't you fight me. Come on. Go lay down. Sorry, we just got a puppy. So, No, not bite me, fight me. He doesn't bite me. He just fights me. He drops his butt, and I'm trying to like pull him through the, and he's heavy. But what a lot of people on here, I could start naming names, would probably make an excuse and say, oh, all they did was take a picture of him and zoom in on his face. Come on, tell him to grow some thick skin. Okay. I can step outside the box, guys. I can look at both sides of it. Yeah, teach your kid to grow some thick skin. Names are only names, sticks and stones, blah, 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 blah. But when is it enough? When has somebody taken so much that they took being called unibrow and unibrow and unibrow for, this now, and then this and this and this, and it's just stacked. And then finally the smallest thing is what makes them snap. We don't know what's going to make somebody snap. We don't know what, I think Mallory is wanting Kanisha to go live. So, we just don't know. We don't know. And, I know that Zoe or whatever, might say, well, if they can't handle it, that's on them. They should. No, it's on us. Okay, Mallory, we understand that, but right now, Kanisha doesn't feel like going live. She's in here. Make sure you have Kanisha's notifications on. Once she goes live, I'm sure if she's guesting, she will be happy to guest you. But right now, she doesn't want to go, and she doesn't have to. If she doesn't want to go live, she doesn't have to, and that's okay. Hey, Tay. Okay. I know it's Tay, Marie, Kaminsky, Liz, Fam. What is your real name? You always are changing and adding and I meant to ask you yesterday and I'll probably forget though. Tay is your real name. Okay. So is it Tay Marie? And then you just... So now we have 3 Tays? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I wish that... Just call me Tay. Everyone else. Okay. Tay. Okay. So I wish that, I had, hundreds of people in here that could hear me. I wish that somebody would go mesh. Hang on. Got untugged it. No, sorry. I wish that somebody would go message Zoe and say, hey, Mama Breezy's talking shit. Because I would love for him to come in here and I would love to be able to have an adult conversation. Granted, I don't think an adult conversation will happen because my mouth will start running because his mouth will start running and we both have strong personalities. Don't get me wrong. I love Zoe, guys. I just feel that over the years, things have gone away from being a social media influencer and into being a social media bully. I don't know why we felt that Messy Mondays needed to start or why Shade Saturdays needed to start. This platform used to be a family. Yes, we had a few hiccups along the way and a few broadcasters would get into it and he said, she said bullshit. But for the most part, everybody got along. For the most part, we supported each other. We didn't tear each other down. We didn't look for the next person to go and laugh at or, pinpoint where, okay, oh, they said that these are the only people they like music-wise. Oh, but weren't they? But why are we making mountains out of molehills? Why are we pushing people to the edge? In the day and age of where the mental health crisis is really high, guys. It's really, really high. Sorry, I'm trying to look at the clock. And that's not my fault. That's not your fault. That's not anybody's fault. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just doctors overdiagnosing. Hey, Nathan. But this is ridiculous. You know, we don't need to worry about what the fuck happened with Nick and his friends and their girlfriends and who fucked who. It's not our business to sit here and point out everybody else's faults. And especially not when we have babies killing themselves just because of bullying. It's our jobs to be on here to show the youth a different route. You know, I have a 4-year-old, I have a 10-year-old, I have a 12-year-old, I have a 14-year-old, I have a 15-year-old, and I'm helping my husband's cousin raise his 15-year-old daughter. And then I have my 18-year-old, 19-year-old, which they're out doing their own thing. And, you know, whatever. They've got to do their own thing. But they're adults. And as a mom, I can't stay silent anymore, guys. I can't stay silent on here and watch a platform that I have called home for over 2 years succumb to this. You know, I don't know how it's going to change. I don't think it's going to change. I'm sure somebody's going to say, hey, go look at, you know, this, or, you know, hey, Mama Breezy was talking shit about this. And you know what? Go ahead. Because I would be happy to go to somebody's broadcast. And, you know, I'm pretty sure they'll be like, oh, let her come in here. I'll chew her up and spit her out. What, you're going to chew me up and spit me out with drunk rants? Let me throw down a couple beers, you know, before that happens. And, you know, I can be just as ghetto. I can be just as hurtful, but I'm not going to lower myself to anybody on here to just, you know, go in. And the thing is they think that, you know, they'll, you know, go in and then, oh, I'll roast her. Okay, whatever. For your little 13 and 14-year-old fans, and don't get me wrong, 13 and 14-year-old fans are just as important as adult fans. But like me, like I said, I used to get bullied in America because I was a Muslim, and now I am in Dubai safe. Osama, I am so sorry that there is still, and it, you know, it's not just because of being Muslim. Racism and even you know, just bigotry in general is just rampant in America. It's never going to be any better. There's always, but I mean, and it's not just in America though. I mean, you know, every country has their division, whether it be a religious division, racial division, and it's not right. None of it's right. But I don't think we'll ever see a change in that. You know, I'm Christian. I don't discuss my religion ever because of the fact that I am Christian, but people get confused because if you go to my Facebook, I'm LDS, which is, you know, I belong to a Mormon church. A lot of people hear Mormon and they think, oh, she believes in having multiple wives, and, you know, and that is not what the LDS church believes, but we are Christian. But I also have studied the Muslim. I actually last year last year I studied. I I fasted with you guys. I did everything with you to try to understand, to try to see from somebody else's view, and you know, tried to get an understanding of the religion and tried to understand. And from my understanding, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I understood was that you believe in Jesus, you just don't believe Jesus is who died on the cross. You believe that it was somebody in Jesus's likeness, that Jesus was already taken. Is that correct?
Mommy,
What, baby?
my car, baby. I need help with my house.
Well, I definitely don't discuss politics at all. Religion's a little bit easier to discuss, but politics is one thing I won't discuss because. What? No, you're not bringing your house out here.
But up here.
No, you can play with it behind the couch.
But I'm scared.
You are not scared. Okay. Yeah, and that, you know, that's what a lot of people, you know, I've had a lot of hate just, you know, for the fact that I have attempted to try to learn some language, like you know, when I was broadcasting last year. Well, yeah, you know, what he says, yeah, it does. You know, America is a very powerful country, and what our president, you know, does say and do, it does resonate worldwide. I agree. I just don't discuss politics because he said Islam hate us. I really don't even. I kind of even stay away from the media because, yeah, I kind of even stay away from media because a lot of times people will share things and I get very frustrated. Like on Facebook, I've seen where people will share something and I'll look at what the news article is, and it's not a valid. Like, it is fake news. I'm not CNN or something, but it really is fake news. Like, it's a completely fake, like, satire website, and it's known to be a satire website, but people will run with that thinking, and it'll be things pieced together. So I just kind of stay away from it altogether. I just, I don't know. I'm like, it's not going to go through because it's not supposed to be over here. How's the weather in America? Well, it's sunny and it's not too cold. I'm in California and it's not too cold. Southern California is getting plummeted right now with wildfires. Hang on, my daughter is like throwing a huge fit. Yeah, you got it stuck. So, if anybody, you know, can pray for California. We've really had it bad this year for wildfires. I think the last news report is that the fire down in Ventura has burned a section that's the size of San Francisco. So it's pretty bad. And then we had the Napa fires, and we had a bunch of fires up here in Northern California too, but most of those are out. But the weather's good. You know, I can go outside just in this, no coat, no nothing, and be fine. But if I want to drive an hour up the mountain, I can go to snow. So hey to kangaroos. Kangaroo boxer. That reminds me of that movie. What is it? Kangaroo Jack. That's it. I had to think. Hey, Bella, you want to watch that tonight? You want to watch Kangaroo Jack?
What is it?
It's a movie about a kangaroo. And it steals the guy's jacket.
No, I wanted to watch it.
You want to watch it?
Yeah, right.
Of course you do. She wants to watch it. Of course she does. I could just take you to the drainage ditch and you could go see if it lives down there. Anyway, guys, you know, I don't want this to be a completely serious broadcast, but I do, you know, I don't know. I just really had a lot to say, and I wish I had, you know, thousands of followers. Well, I do have thousands, but not. I guess I should say tens of thousands. To where, you know, I had 50. I'm not turning on it right now. To where I had, you know, 50, 100, 200 people in here. Hey, Kiara. You want to watch it by yourself?
Yeah.
Hang on, let me turn Netflix on, guys. Wait, is it on Netflix?
Yes.
Does anybody know before I like switch everything over? Is it on Netflix or do I need to turn on VMovie? Shh. Hang on, let me see if it's on. Does anybody know if it's on Netflix?
Go on ours.
Does anybody know?
Go on our picture.
I'm on our picture. Okay, Netflix. I don't think it's on Netflix, is it, guys? The new it's not on there, is it?
Yeah, some people with
Hey,
the
Kai.
long hair like this.
Isabella. Yes, we have blonde hair. That is our picture. Does anybody know? Wait, is somebody out front? Isabella?
Huh.
Is there somebody here?
Wait, check. Is it?
Hang on a minute, guys. I'm trying to look and see if it's not on here.
Mommy, I think it's Elf on the Shelf.
The Elf on the Shelf is not here.
Yeah.
Stitches is on Netflix, but it's not. I'll have to hang on.
No, go up towards the boy is the scary one, and it's up there.
What?
The one with the. It's by the scary one. That one. The one over here. By him.
Chucky?
Yeah, Chucky.
You want to watch Chucky?
Yes. It's my favorite one.
You want to watch Chucky?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
My 4-year-old wants. Hey, Rocket Pig. My 4-year-old wants to watch Chucky. So I'm going to be a good mom and let my 4-year-old watch Chucky. I don't censor what my kids watch, guys. I allow my kids to watch R-rated. I let them make their choice. And
Chucky's
I mean, obviously, I don't let them watch X-rated at 4 years old, but
Mommy. Chucky's a real boy.
You know, if they want to watch horror movies, I let them. I've been watching horror movies. I think Jaws was one of the first ones I watched when I was like 3.
Chucky's a horrible. Wait, he's a real boy.
Chucky's a real boy?
Yeah.
Actually, well, kind of. Anyway. You want to, like, okay, he's a doll, and a real guy put his soul into the doll. And then he became real. Hey, Merv. Barvin. Wait.
Did a wrong episode.
Barvin.
We
Wait.
already watched this Chucky.
I watched it, but I don't think you did. I watched it on my phone. Okay, guys. So, anyway. I have my phone on. Do that.
Chucky.
Well, then what do you want to watch?
The one with the other knife.
What are you talking about? This
with the other one. There's lots of ones.
Yeah, there are. This is the most recent one, Cult of Chucky.
But the one with the knife?
Thank you for coming to Fan Aaron.
The one with the knife.
What do you... Okay, that's the one that we're on. Is that one right there? That's the one I started. Hang on. That's the one that's on.
No, there's 2.
There's Curse of Chucky. There's Cult of Chucky. Wait. Am I spelling this right? What the heck?
No. That's a scary Chucky. The other one's not.
UCKY.
Why?
Curse of Chucky, Cult of Chucky, Clown. You want to watch Clown? Stitches? That's another.
No, I like that Chucky right there.
Which one? Curse or cult? This one or this one? That's the one we just got done watching.
The done?
My nephew does this, yeah.
The one with the guitar behind him.
Guitar behind him? There's not one with a guitar behind him.
What is that?
It's a dead body.
Can you turn on the dead body one?
We've seen that one. Do you want to see this one? I mean, I've seen this one. Hang on, let me.
No.
It's Chucky. I'll show you.
No.
Hey, Sydney. They're all scary.
No, I like that one because that one's scary and it's a lot scary. And then the other one but I like that one.
So this one's a lot more scarier than the other Chucky. So I'm going to go on and give a review and say that this one's scarier than... So Curse of Chucky is scarier than Cult of Chucky. That is a 4-year-old review, guys. Curse of Chucky. This is Chucky.
The cotton Chucky.
Cult of Chucky?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. This one?
Yes.
Híjole.
Watch
Adios
Chucky.
mío.
Watch Chucky.
Okay. So Sydney, how are you? I have not seen you for a while. I'm gonna do like this whole like Jersey Shore like bump. Aaron, thank you for the 50 likes. I'm gonna like do like this Jersey Shore like just like bump up.
Oh
and
my god! Was that Chucky?
I should like wrap my hair and.
Or was that a girl dying? Was that?
I didn't think I was gonna
Chucky's
cry earlier, guys. I'm sorry. It's just.
Was that Chucky girl?
It's still very, very hard for me to discuss one person's name, and I'm good. I just got very aggravated today when I was on Facebook, and I felt like I just needed to come live and bitch about Messy Mondays and Shade Saturdays and the fact that we all of a sudden think it's okay to make fun of people on here and laugh and bully people and show people's text messages and talk about their personal lives when in society we should be worried about helping our youth understand that suicide is not the answer. And when we have 10-year-olds and 13-year-olds killing themselves because they're being bullied and being bullied through Musically and other social media, it's time for social media influencers to take a stance. It's time for them to reach out to the youth and let them know that it's not okay. It's not okay to sit and spill tea or get a hold of people's text messages and share them with the whole school or with Facebook. And how can our youth understand that when they turn on their favorite social media platform and that's exactly what's going on? You know what I mean? Like, how can our youth understand that it's not okay to take your best friend's text message because she admitted to kissing, somebody or admitted to doing something? How does our youth supposed to understand it's not okay to take that and share it around the school when they turn YouNow on Mondays and that's what's happening? Adults and people that they look up to are doing the exact thing. And they're getting likes and making money off of it.
Is that Chucky's head?
It's kind of like Jackass.
That's Chucky's head.
Yeah, I've watched it. Yes, I've laughed. There's, some things like, but how are our kids supposed to know that it's not okay to stick cars up your ass or put Roman candles in your ass and shoot them out of it when they're watching this on TV, and if they don't have parents to sit there and explain to them, because like my son, when he first started broadcasting last year, he had seen some broadcasters doing some pretty extreme dares on here. Not extreme, just stupid shit, like mixing stupid stuff in the kitchen and, food wise, or shaving their head or eyebrows or whatever. And he ended up shaving part of his eyebrow off. And that was kind of a wake up call to me. And I was like, look, I'm either going to take it away, or you're going to understand that this isn't appropriate behavior. My kids aren't going to participate in dares and stuff on here when they broadcast unless I'm right there or I've okayed what they're going to do. They're not going to go in and waste my food either. Sorry, now the TV's got me. Are you sending it to me on Twitter? Are you DMing me?
Is this Chucky?
Oh my gosh, it is. It's Chucky.
Is that Chucky's girl? Or that's Chucky's... Is that Chucky?
Okay.
Is the girl? That is the Chucky's girl?
So I've got about 10 more minutes I can be on here, guys, because it's 1:48. I've got to leave here. Well, I got to start loading Bella up at 2 o'clock because I have to be down to pick up Sierra. I have to pick Sierra up at 2:30 from school, and it's a 15-minute drive. And then after that, I've got to go to the grocery store again. I went earlier this morning, spent $170, and that's literally, let's see, what did I get for $170? I got bread, 4 boxes of cereal, 2 gallons of milk. I got 2 large packages of cheese. I got 2 big bags of frozen chicken breast, which that's going to be dinner tonight, because they had this other thing that's really cool. It says, because, generally you have to thaw out any meat you use, whether it be chicken or, you generally have to thaw it out before you use it. But they had these new things that you bake it from frozen. So you put the noodles. It's a whole kit. You put the noodles in the bottom of your baking dish, and then you put your frozen chicken on top, and then you bake it for 50 minutes. So it's going to be super easy. Having as many kids as I do, I love super easy crock pot meals, casseroles, super easy for me. But I got 2 bags of frozen chicken.
Don't turn off.
Cereal, some milk. Didn't get a whole lot for 170, but I got to go get lunch meat and stuff for the working men in the house for their lunches. I got Nutella at a really good price. I love Nutella, guys. Like, Nutella is probably my favorite. Yeah, Nutella is amazing. But it's so expensive, I never buy it. But we have grocery outlet here, which sometimes they have different things. And they actually had Nutella for $2.99 a thing. So I was like, cool. So I picked up a couple of those. But Loki, no. Ooh, tacos sound good. Wait, it is Tuesday, isn't it? Taco Tuesday.
He's a good boy now.
I could have tacos tonight and not do the chicken.
I can still see him in my nightmares.
Hot Cheetos and taco? Oh, Nutella? Wait a minute. Are you saying Nutella and hot Cheetos?
And Mommy, even he bite off another leg.
I don't know about that one. I'm not real big about hot Cheetos because I don't like a lot of hot things. I'll eat them. I guess I could see that. I guess I could see the Nutella and the hot Cheetos.
Mommy, what's that?
See, I do
on the couch?
I don't know. I do weird things too, though. Like, if I cook French fries, I don't just put ketchup on my plate. I do ketchup, and then I put a circle of mayonnaise, and then a circle of mustard, and then I mix it all together.
Mommy, can I pick it up?
Where?
There.
What is that?
Maybe it's a worm. Is it a worm?
So Isabella's looking on the couch, and our couch is brown, as you can see. And there's this dark, long thing laying on the couch, and she's like, Mom, what is that? And I kind of like start moving it, and you can't really tell what it is. And then I pick it up. She's like, is it a worm? They got one of those slap hands, those sticky slap hands. The hand got ripped off, but it's the long part to it. But yeah, so I do ketchup, mayonnaise.
You will do it again.
I mix ketchup, mayonnaise, and mustard together. And I mean, everybody's like, ew. And I'm like, do you eat Whoppers? Do you eat things from restaurants and not special order? Because it's the same. I dip my French fries in my Frosties and shakes. I also take my Frosty. If I'm eating at Wendy's, I will take my Frosty and I will spoon it onto my sandwich, my hamburger or my chicken sandwich. I will, or I'll dip my chicken nuggets. What are you doing? Hey, Alfred.
I have to go watch.
What else did I do? My daughter puts pineapple in her spaghetti. She puts pineapple chunks. Like if she's eating pineapple with her, she'll put it on her spaghetti fork and eat it, which I guess isn't bad because I put it on pizza. So, the other night I made a cheeseburger pizza. So like my pizza had pizza sauce and then ketchup, mustard, sausage, pickles. So I made a cheeseburger pizza. Mayonnaise in spaghetti is actually not bad. A lot of people don't like mayonnaise, but it's not bad. It actually turns it more into like a creamy, like that turns cheeseburger pizza. It is so freaking good. So like literally you put ketchup and mustard and like hamburger sausage and pickles, like dill pickles. Yeah, it's so freaking good.
Mommy,
I mean, like you could put onions or whatever you wanted. I didn't have any onions, or that would have been really good. But no, do not let him out because we're gonna be leaving. We're leaving in 5 minutes.
But he is not going to chew up anything.
No, he cannot be left out when nobody's here at all. Yeah, it's pretty good. I think you can get it from.
Mom, let's just go.
I don't remember.
His house and take him back to his dad.
I don't know if Pizza Hut or whatever does it, but
Mommy,
it's easy to make.
Let's get it to his dad.
To what?
He doesn't like this house, so let's go pick him up to his dad.
What are you talking? What do you have in your hair?
Nothing. It's just my worm.
You have a feather in your hair.
What is it?
She had a little bird feather in her hair, and I don't even. The birds are outside, so I don't know how she got a bird in her hair.
No. That's Peach's feather.
Yeah, it does look like it's from Peaches. Well, no, it's because it's green, so it's from one of the green birds.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. It's green. It's not peach. It's not yellow.
Hold on.
I love arguing with a 4-year-old. So wonderful. But what I want to challenge anybody that's in here or anybody that hears this or sees this or is to start taking stances on here and in life in general, guys. That is Peach's feather. You are correct. She went and found Peach's feather. Just start taking stances, guys, in life in general. Don't be afraid to stand up, because standing up for that one person or taking a stance to say, hey,
Mommy, what is this by me?
What? What? I don't know what you're talking about. I can't see. I don't know what she's doing. Oh, 4 more minutes. Oh, I messed up.
What is
You
this?
probably should be getting off of here. I don't know. It might suck your brain.
No, this is not a... Maybe it is. Maybe it is a worm.
Maybe it is, and maybe it's not. La 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 la. La, 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 la. See how far we can stretch it. How far do you think we can stretch it?
Too far.
It feels like it's about as far as it's gonna go, and I bet you it's gonna hurt. No, it didn't. Okay. Here, let's see how far you can stretch it without ripping it. Oops. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. You're silly. So I think tomorrow, if my money goes on my card tomorrow, I'm not sure if it's going to tomorrow. Never know.
It's a worm.
But if my money goes on my card tomorrow, I think I'm going to go get my Christmas tree and we're going to set it up.
You're going to ruin it.
I'm not going to ruin nothing.
No.
So tomorrow, if you guys want to watch, well, I'll tweet out and let everybody know if I'm going to be doing the Christmas tree. But
Mommy, what's this?
yeah, if you guys want to like watch us like put up the Christmas tree and all that.
Mommy, what's this thing?
I don't know. Because if I get the Christmas tree, then I'll run to Dollar Tree. Because I had never gone to the Dollar Tree across town.
Mommy, stop moving.
And it's bigger and it's got like so much stuff.
Mom's not moving.
I could pretty much get like everything to decorate. I already have these. Bella, go get me those ornaments over there. The snowman ornament box. Grab it here. My nose itches, guys. I don't know why.
This one? I open it.
No, don't open it. Bring me the box.
I'll open it when it's there.
Give me the box. So I have this nifty like box of ornaments. So like these are gonna be the main ornaments on my tree. They're so pretty. They're like, I don't know. No, don't touch. They're not glass, but they're like a.
I want to show them too.
I don't even know what this material is. Oh, you want to show one? She wants to show you that one. But they're just snowmen, and so I think I'm gonna do my tree in
this one and this one and this one and
blue,
this one,
guys.
and
I'm really thinking to pull the blue like out
and
of here. See, there's the light blue around here.
And I want to put up the top of the tree.
So I'm thinking about doing blue, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hang on a minute.
Whoa.
I'm confused.
Look, it's pretty. I know it's pretty right now.
So I have 24 of these ornaments. Those are going to be the main ornaments. And then I think I'm just going to get blues and whites, maybe silver. And do that on the tree. And I'll probably do white lights because I just think it'll be more like of a classic look than colored. I like colored lights too, though. So I don't know.
Mommy, I really like this better than the other one.
Okay, we'll put it up so you don't break it. Yeah. So anyway, I'll tweet out when I'm gonna do the tree, guys, because I really like decorating for the holidays. But this year, because we moved back in May, and the move took more money than what we thought, and then just like a lot of things happened since May, and so this year it's gonna be a lot less sparingly. But I'm also still trying to figure out where. Like, I swear I have moved where I've hung things, like, 30 different times. Like, I'm just not happy with, I don't know. I guess it's because this is a rental, guys, and it's just not, I don't know. I'm not happy with, I hate white walls, and I can't paint. But I did see a really cool thing on Etsy. What time is it? 2:01. Okay, I got a couple more. I did see a really cool thing of where you can go and get, you can either order tapestries, or you can just go, like, you can measure your wall from the ceiling to the floor and from, wall to corner to corner, and you can go buy the material and you pull it as flat as possible and you tack it, and it's an easy, cheap way to be able to paint.
Mom, it's an easy way
or decorate, you're not putting wallpaper up, you're not painting, so you're not like, having to redo something in a rental. But it adds. So I'm really thinking about doing that after the first of the year.
It's easy to do it.
So I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. But I have a wall that I want to kind of get with as an accent wall. And then if I do that, then it will probably definitely be like the wall that I broadcast with behind me. But
easy to do.
I'll totally do like an 80s hairstyle. Here, I'll just like do the whole side ponytail.
Mommy, it's easy to do it.
None of you guys are probably even old enough to even know the whole side ponytail.
Mommy, easy to do it. easy to do it. Just hold it like this. Then it didn't
I cut
pop.
my hair off, and I hate it. I'm trying to grow it back out. Oh, God. I'm dragging my feet. I don't want to drive.
I want to go.
We will. We gotta shut the TV off. Hang on, let me turn the PlayStation off.
I don't like Chucky anymore. He's
And
ugly.
so we gotta close the application. Oops.
He's ugly.
That's not closing that. Oh, wait, yeah, I did. Okay. Power.
Mommy,
Log
but
out.
he is ugly. Look,
Oh, yeah, if you have
ugly
PS4, guys,
shoes. Let Urdo.
what the heck?
Ugly shoes.
If you have PS4, you guys can add me. Also, every now and then I get a wild hair and I do broadcast on Twitch. I broadcast straight from my PS4.
Mommy, let's go.
So that's just every now and then, but it's
First,
Breezy
let's go to
1980. So it's BREEZI
No, not
BREEZI
Front
1980.
I want
If
to
you
go
guys
to
want to add me on PS4.
water place.
But I'm gonna enter rest mode.
Mommy, I'm going to go to the water place.
The park?
Yeah.
Kids Kingdom?
Yeah.
Okay, so PlayStation is off. TV
Mommy,
is off.
Let's
Alright guys, I love you. Thank you guys for sharing it, liking it up. I appreciate it. Make sure you guys have me fan. Make sure that you guys have my Twitter followed. I am going to be going live a lot more. I'm going to try to get back into the swing of things. I just really
do it. Mommy,
I'm
you
trying to
show me
figure
how to do a heart?
Do a heart?
Yeah. I can't do it.
Come here. Come around here. Now come to mommy. Okay, come here. Okay. So, hang on. Put your thumbs down to each other like this. And take these and bend them like that. Now take your thumbs down, touch them.
Okay.
Okay, hang on. Put your thumbs like this, like that. Like that first. Put your fingers, nope, your thumbs first. Like that. Touch them. Hold them together. Push together. Push. No, not your fingers, just your thumbs. Push your thumbs together. Make them kiss. No, make your thumbs kiss each other. Like that. And then see like that. Yep, like that. Okay, now you're doing that. Now open up your thumbs. Just your thumbs. Just your thumbs. Just your thumbs. Oh, put your thumbs down. There you go. Look, you're doing it. Look, guys, she's doing it. She's making a heart. Look, you're doing it. Good job. All right, guys. Love you.